3, 2, 1, go! Shalom, shalom. It is I, your host, Elder Priest Sabal alum. I am God's made man, and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Heat. And I want to say Ashar Shabbath, and I want to give a shout out to HOI New York, New Jersey, the mother chapter, HOI Philly, HOI North Carolina, HOI Alabama, HOI Atlanta, HOI Detroit, HOI Chicago, HOI Milwaukee, HOI LA, HOI Vegas, HOI UK over there on the other side of the pond, bringing out the word, HOI Memphis, and HOI Houston. I'd also like to give a shout out to Watchmen for Israel, WFI, as well as Sakari, Light of Zion, Shield of Wisdom, Ambassadors of Christ, Rum Gadol Gabarium, High Exalted Warriors, Yahweh's Witnesses, Believers of the Way, Soldiers of Yahweh. All these different camps popping up. Lions of Israel, if I mentioned them already, Salakia. I'd also like to give shout out to the brothers Heirs to the Kingdom. Give a shout out to them. The Servants. And all the other camps that are teaching this truth in righteousness and in sincerity, according to the Most High, that are teaching this word righteously and truly. I'd also like to give shout outs to All Purpose Trucking and Transport LLC, Garrison Logistics LLC. I want to give a shout out to Sister Yash Yasharala of HOI New York, New Jersey, responsible for the Friday night drip while I'm doing the Friday night heat. I want to give a shout out to brother Nadiv Ize, if I'm saying that wrong, of Salakia Ak, but brother Nadiv, not only does he still have the vest and the armbands, but he also is doing a pop-up food truck. And if you want to get at him, you can contact him at NADIVEZE. Just go to the search bar and type that in on Facebook or on Instagram. Brother Nadiv of HOI Illinois. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Elder Priest Zabak, who is selling life-size menorahs and leather fringes, high holy day calendars, t-shirts, and he has some other merchandise as well. And you can get at him at Kanai Zabak on Facebook or zabak.kanai on Instagram. And you can hit the brother up, Sister Yash. You can hit her up at BLAKPERL, Black Pearl. That's all one word on Instagram, or her name, Stephanie Greenfield, common spelling of both names. I'd also like to give a shout out to her other half, Brother Yatai Yasharala, YAHTAI. The brother is selling paintings and portraits as well as other things. I'd also like to give a shout out to Brother Baruch, Captain Baruch of HOI New York, New Jersey, that is selling jewelry. Might have pieces like this, or might have rings, bracelets, whatever. That's BARUCH. Just go to the search board, or the search bar rather, and type in BARUCH, Baruch Israel, or Baruch Yasharala on Facebook or Instagram. Baruch Israel or Baruch Yasharala, and you can get at the captain and you can see what his merchandise is, see what he's selling after the sun goes down tomorrow, of course, but he has stuff for sale as well. And I want to say to anybody else in Israel and anybody else in HOI, now I say this for everybody else in Israel, but this goes for y'all in HOI as well. If you are selling anything, just go to my YouTube page and leave a comment on my YouTube page. I'll share the video on Instagram. Behold God's Made Man 73. It's all one word. But reach out to me with your name and whatever it is you're selling, and I'll give you a shout out on a future episode of Friday Night Heat. I'd also like to give a shout out to Shower Pars Allah, the sister Allah down in Georgia. She makes garments. She makes wonderful stuff for women as far as garments, and for the children as well. That's Shower Pars Allah. You can type that in on Shower Pars Allah Yapa. Just put all of that in. SHAWAPARSILAHYAPAH. Just type that in on IG or on Facebook. The sister's name will come right up and you can contact her. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Glorious and Warlike Apparel. That's glorious.and.warlike on Instagram. And you can check the brother out. The brother got Glorious and Warlike Apparel. He deals mainly in jewelry, but the man's stuff is fire. Straight up and straight down, like 6 o'clock. And after the sun goes down, you can contact him and see what he got. I'd also like to give a shout out to the sisters. 613 is life. That's 613.is.life on Instagram. Sister Alanaya. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Davia's Royals, and you can get at her on Instagram, DAVIAS_Royals, and that's how you can get in contact. These are two sisters that make awesome clothing, hand towels, accessories, what have you. I'd also like to give a shout out to Brew Juice, and you can get at the brother on Instagram, and that's the brother's name on Instagram, BREWJUICE, Brew Juice, and you can get at him. That's Brew Juice on Instagram. There's another brother that does photography, Royal Images 757. 757 area code. He's in Virginia somewhere. The brother goes by Royal Images 757. Go to the search bar, type that in, and if you want the brother to do some photography for you, you and him can talk, or you and he can talk rather, and y'all can take it from there. I'd also like to give a shout out to Staffs for Israel. That's STAFFS, the number 4, Israel. And that brother is on Instagram. He makes very ornate staffs that brothers can bring to camp with them. I'd also like to give a shout out to 144kshirtsandsauces.com. That's go on Instagram, 144, a lowercase k, shirts and sauces. It's all one word. You can get at the brother because he got fire shirts and sauces that you can buy. You gotta wait till it's Shabbat, so you gotta wait till after the sun goes down. But you can check the brother out and get some shirts and sauces and take it from there. Also, I would like to give a shout out to Hebrew Drip. Now, with Hebrew Drip, you gotta be careful because there are 2 Hebrew Drip sites on Instagram. There's Hebrew Drip, where both words are capitalized, and there's also Hebrew Drip _144. I just wanted to get that out the way. There's 2 Hebrew Drips, but you can check both of them out. There's Hebrew Drip, it's just Hebrew Drip, and both words are capitalized, and Hebrew Drip _144. I keep meaning to shout them out. I keep forgetting, like Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting to shout them out, but let me rectify that right now. Also, I'd like to shout out a sister, Zuriel's Fashions, ZURIELS, Zuriel's Fashions on Instagram. And what the sister has is the sister makes some banging garments. Shout out to Maccabees and Elder Terah for putting me on to Zuriel's Fashions. And like I said last time, if I had the disposable income, I would have no problem dropping $800-900 or a stack for one of her garments. That's Zuriel's Fashions on IG. ZURIEL''S. Zuriel's Fashions on Instagram. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to, I don't have the card, but I'd like to give a shout out to a sister of HOI Philly, Sister Amani from HOI Philly. She's a travel agent. Now, hold on, fam. Let me see if I got the card on me. Just bear with me for just a second. Eataholics. Be right with y'all. Hold on, just bear with me. I thought I had the card with me, but still, just reach out to the sister. The sister's name is Amani Laws, and she is the wife of Brother Kasaja of HOI Philly, and she is a travel agent. Now, if you're looking to book a flight or you're looking to book a trip, now you can go through the sister to book the trip, or if you want to figure out how to become a travel agent yourself, she can help you with that as well. The sister's name is Amani Laws, and you can just type in Amani Laws on Facebook or IG, and she'll come right up. I'd also like to give a shout out to Soul Royal, SEW Royal on Facebook. Just go to the search bar, type in Soul Royal, and they got some excellent clothing that you can buy. I'd also like to give a shout, and the point of contact. Oh, okay, that's for somebody else. But let me shout them out too. 12 Tribes Beard Products. And that's exactly what you can go to on Facebook. You type in the search bar, 12 Tribes Beard Products. And the sister's name is Saparia. And she'll guide you through what you need to do if you want to get some products from them. 12 Tribes Beard Products. And there's also Quum Apparel. QAM, Queens Appreciating Modesty. And what they sell is modest apparel for the sisters. Dresses, headscarves, things of that nature. And those are just some of the Hebrew businesses that are out there. And again, this video, the first place this video is going is on YouTube. My YouTube channel is God's Made Man. It's all one word. God's Made Man. All three words are capitalized. And you can go on my YouTube channel. Now, I'm going to YouTube under advisement of Elder Zabak, because he said that the heat needs to be on YouTube. And that's where this episode of Friday Night Heat is going to be. I'm going to YouTube. Now, I do appreciate all 81 of my subscribers, but I would like my YouTube channel to get some more traction. So I'm going to start putting Friday Night Heats on YouTube. And when you go to YouTube, if you have a Hebrew business, leave me the name of your business and whatever it is you're selling, and I will give you a shout out on a future episode of Friday Night Heat. And I just want to say this. If I have left out any camps from the first round of shout outs, if I've left out any camps that are out there teaching in truth and sincerity, Salakia, please forgive me. Hey, leave me the name of your camp and I'll give you a shout out on Friday Night Heat. If I've forgotten the name of any Hebrew businesses that I usually mention but didn't right now, Salakia, please forgive me. Just leave the name of your business on the comment board and I'll give you a shout out on a future episode of Friday Night Heat. Now, with all of the salutations having been done and the recognitions and acknowledgments, as always, Friday Night Heat fam, remember to hydrate. Remember to hydrate. Now, I'm not looking for an endorsement from Poland Spring, but this is an excellent way to hydrate because technically speaking, summer's not over yet. It still gets a little hot out here in New York, and it might, even if it gets chilly wherever you might be, you still got to stay hydrated because you don't want to end up like you went to one of P. Diddy's freak-off parties and you got to get an IV drip put in you because you didn't remember to hydrate. So, Friday Night Heat fam, Heataholics, shout out to Zemi Ellison. Zemi Ellison, Zemy Ellison. That's the sister that named the Friday Night Heat fan base, Heataholics. Again, anybody I forgot, Salakia, be it camps or businesses. If I forgot anybody, Salakia. But, hey, go to my YouTube channel, God's Made Man. All three words are capitalized, and it's all one word. God's is capitalized, made is capitalized, man is capitalized. Jump in the comments. Leave me the name of your camp. Leave me the name of your business. And I'll give you a future shout out. I'll give you a shout out on a future episode of Friday Night Heat. And remember to hydrate. Now, all of that having been taken care of. Pardon me, I don't know why this daggone water bottle keeps... Something's wrong with this water bottle. It keeps falling. But anyway, all of that being done and taken care of, let's get to it. Now, we ain't one to gossip on Friday Night Heat. I've told y'all that before, but we gotta talk about this whole P. Diddy thing. Now, Sean Combs should have known that something was wrong when they raided his house in March. They took him into federal custody about a week ago. I went to custody a week ago. That's what happened to Sean Combs. I went to custody a week ago. Found my oil and my dildos. Now, if the FBI raids your house, you in some real deep dookie. But if the FBI raids your house and they find 1,000 bottles of baby oil and KY jelly or Astroglide, and they find 784 dildos and 3 AR-15s with the serial numbers all scratched off. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a done deal. And I gotta be honest with y'all, heataholics, I don't feel bad for Sean Combs. Not at all. Because dude's chickens done came home to roost. This is what he gets for what he did to the band. He got Babs and Ness and them walking from Harlem all the way down to downtown Brooklyn and back just to get him some cheesecake. And from what I've heard from people in the industry, P. Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, whatever the hell the man calls himself, the man is a damn demon. And that's what I've heard from a lot of people. Well, I haven't spoken to them, but when I read reports and when people interview him, a lot of the people say that the man is a damn demon. Oh, while we on the subject of Sean Combs and all of this illicit activity, 1,000 damn bottles of lubricant, 784 dildos, 3 AR-15s with the serial number scratched off, and he was taping this. Sean Combs was at his mansion in Miami or in New York or wherever. He was taping all of this depravity so he could use the tapes to blackmail people into doing what he wanted. Now, most of the time when you get arrested or you get taken into custody, most of the time when you get bail, depending on the severity of the case, you get granted bail. P. Diddy went for bail, not once, but twice, and got shut down twice, and is in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn right now on suicide watch. Excuse me, self-deletion watch. You know, because you gotta be careful, because everybody's real sensitive these days. And Sean Combs can't be in general population, because you might have a whole bunch of people lined up trying to tell him, take that. But I mean, really, think about it. Think about all of the rappers and all the rap artists that got involved with with P. Diddy. Black Rob died homeless. Biggie got shot and killed. And Mrs. Wallace been wanting to slap the daylights out of him the next time she sees him. She said so herself. The band ended up, no Ness and Chopper in them. Nobody's heard from any of them. Loon got caught up doing jail time. Shine, and you know, I gotta respect Shine. I gotta respect Shine for the way he's handling this, because he did Shine dirty too. I remember hearing some battle rap years ago where one of the last lines of the rap was, and I turned my back on the game like Puff did Shine, which is exactly what Diddy did to Shine. Turned his back on him. The man ended up in jail. And while we on the subject of Sean Combs being exposed, there's two people I want to give shout outs to right now. I want to give a shout out to Cat Williams. Cat Williams told y'all. Cat Williams said it when he was on Club Shay Shay, and I sat down and I watched all 2 hours and 57 minutes of that interview with Cat Williams on Club Shay Shay. Cat Williams told y'all back in January, when Sean Combs invites you to a party, you got to tell him no. Cat Williams said it just like that. He said, P. Diddy invite you to a party, you got to tell him no. And they've been talking about the depths of this man's depravity for quite some time. And just to say it, another person that got poisoned by P. Diddy, Craig Mack died of AIDS. For those that may or may not know, that's what happened. Yeah. Craig Mack got HIV, contracted HIV, and there's been rumors that Diddy was a member of the alphabet community. That rumor's been flying around for quite some time. Somebody said to me, lubricant, dildos, and assault rifles. What's missing from that equation? Condoms. So Diddy, and there was a report, I was watching something on Instagram earlier where the guy said that Diddy leaned over and told the guy in his ear, Diddy basically went and told the guy that he'd been violated. Because P. Diddy drugged him and violated him. And because P. Diddy, Sean Combs, has done all of these reprehensible things, he is now looking at 20 years to life in prison, if convicted. Now, anytime you offer $50 million for bail, and that's what the lawyer offered, $50 million, I'll wear an ankle monitor, I'll be on house arrest, all of that. And the judge, Cat Williams, said, you got to tell him no. And that's exactly what the judge did to Sean Combs. The judge told him no for $50 million bail. Now, you know, if the bail is that high and the judge told him no, yeah, it's because of the overwhelming evidence and the depravity of the stuff that this man has done. Now, I want to give a shout out to Cat Williams, and I also want to give a shout out to Jaguar Wright. Now, whether either one of them will ever see this, only the Lord knows. But I want to give shout outs to Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright, because they've been telling people the whole time that Sean Combs was a damn zest monster. They'd been mentioning this the whole time. But somebody else said to me, Sean Combs got money. They want to be around the money. So nobody's paying attention to the fact that this dude is a zest monster. But this is what's going on. And they say that the MDC Brooklyn is not exactly one of the nicest jails to be in. That's the same place R. Kelly was. Another pervert. Well, Kells is running around peeing on people. And then, now what they've been doing is they've been playing all of the Dave Chappelle skits that talked about P. Diddy being a disgusting individual. They played the one with the where he had the band members go get him some Cambodian breast milk. And one thing that Mrs. Wallace has much contention with, and rightfully so, is basically she's like, yo, this man Puffy, or P. Diddy, whatever the hell he's calling himself, profited off of the death of my only child. And Diddy, the man, got the nerve to make a song talking about every breath you take, what a life to take, what a bond to break, I'll be missing you. And here's the thing about when he did that song, I'll Be Missing You, where he had Faith singing the hook. Because his stupid behind didn't get the sample cleared with Sting, he now has to pay Sting $2,000 a day for the rest of his life. $2,000 a day. That's $730,000, damn near $750,000 a year. That's what he has to pay Sting. And while we on the subject of P. Diddy and his money, how low could you have possibly gone? How depraved could you possibly be to where you're getting sued for $100 million by some dude that's in jail? Some dude that's in prison is suing P. Diddy for $100 million. And my thing is, what good is the money gonna do you in prison? I think you're only allowed to spend anywhere between $150 and $200 a week in prison. But no, this dude wants to sue P. Diddy. This dude is in prison and wants to sue P. Diddy for $100 million. I'm like, yo, it's like I made a Facebook post saying this. Sean Combs' chickens have come home to roost. This is, look, Galatians 6 and 7 tells you, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And that's exactly what's going on with Sean Combs right now. The man is reaping the evil that he's been sowing for the 30 years he's been in the music industry. And also, I want to put a footnote. I used to want to be part of the entertainment industry, maybe not doing music, but acting. I used to want to be part of the industry, but you know what? I'm good. Because I'm looking around, the Brat and Judy are getting a divorce. Tyrese's baby mama is asking to get her child support tripled. You got Rich Homie Quan, James Earl Jones, Frankie Beverly, and Fat Man Scoop. They all leaving this world. Bruce Willis's health is failing him. He basically on his way out of here. You watch some celebrity news lately and it's not good. Tia Mowry is still trying to stay relevant after filing for divorce from her husband. There's Tyrese's baby mother, Jennifer Lopez, and she's being involved in some of this P. Diddy stuff too. And one thing that everybody's saying is that when Sean Combs gets on trial, what dude is basically gonna do is he is getting ready to snitch on a whole lot of people. Because he might be on that type of time where he's like, look, if I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of people with me. But, see, the thing about the entertainment industry, and there's the Apocrypha tells you in Sirach chapter 9 verse 11, envy not thou the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest what his latter end may be. All of these celebrities are dying and they're losing their money and they're getting divorces. See, the thing about Hollywood that has people chasing it so much is it's one big illusion. And as America starts to crumble and as America comes down, that illusion is being lifted. And people are starting to see the entertainment industry for the demonism that it really is. And the things that these people have to do to stay relevant in the industry. There's another male celebrity that's getting divorced. In all honesty, I've been wanting to mention him. I just can't think of the guy's name right now. Oh, I know who I wanted to mention is getting divorced. Judge Mathis. 39 years, and Judge Mathis's wife wants to divorce him. She wanted to have her cake and eat it too. She wanted him making money, but still being there for her, which can't happen. And Judge Mathis's son is part of the rainbow community, and he didn't rebuke him for that. That could be why Judge Mathis is getting a divorce. Who knows? Ooh, excuse me. But there's a lot going on in the world of entertainment. And again, I'll tell y'all with no problem. I used to want to be a part of that world. You know, I used to have this thing during my early 20s where excuse me, I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to have my face on a billboard in Times Square. But I started listening to brothers. I came into the truth. And the Lord put me in a different direction. I'm starting to believe now that the Lord took that spirit off of me to want to be in the entertainment industry and brought me into the truth for the sole purpose of showing me what's gonna happen to these people. I'ma mention this again. I started off with this, but 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube, 784 dildos, and 3 AR-15s with the serial number scratched off. The person said to me, let's see how good your analytical skills are. Out of all of that, what's missing? And I'm like, hey, yo, you asked me what's missing from that equation, and in all honesty, cue the Jeopardy music. And when they do them final two drum beats, boom. Condoms. I'm like, look here. Nobody is thinking about what's missing from that equation because they're perturbed as hell about the stuff that's already there. Dildos, lube, and assault rifles do not go together. That's 3 things that you don't find in the same house. But when the FBI raided Sean Combs' house in March, that's what they found. So nobody's thinking about what's missing because the stuff that's already there is like, ew, the hell is going on? And then everybody's talking about, the P. Diddy freak-offs. P. Diddy would have these freak-offs. And then they talking about the people would be so worn out from all of this illicit sexual activity that he would provide them with IV drips so they could recuperate. What the hell was going on in that house? Excuse me. What the hell was going on at these parties? But then again, I'm really not sure I want to know. But Sean Combs is at a point right now where he's facing justice. And somebody said they done got Sean Combs. The other Sean is next. The other Sean being a reference to Jay-Z. And 50 Cent trolled the hell out of him and said, yo, y'all notice Jay been kind of quiet ever since this whole thing popped off. And hey, look, 50 is telling the truth. Jay canceled a tour he had planned. He canceled this Rock Nation brunch and a whole bunch of other get-togethers he was planning. Jay-Z has made himself very scarce and has been staying out of the public eye. Ever since this whole thing jumped off, Jay's be like, oh, Hov, you know, ever since this whole thing jumped off with Puffy, you know, I've been kind of keeping to myself. I've been kind of staying out the way, you know, Hov. But, Jay, if you done been involved in some of these shenanigans, your name is going to come up too. And they came up with a list of people that Diddy is getting ready to tell on. Jay is one of them. Stevie, Jennifer Lopez, and a host of other celebrities. They said, yeah, yo, Puff is getting ready to snitch. Puff is getting ready to snitch on a whole lot of people because he ain't trying to do that 20 by himself. And that could be the case. But this is the reason why you want to stay out of the entertainment industry or not get too deep involved. Because basically, what I think happened when you're in the entertainment industry, they got dirt on you. In order for you to progress, they have to have some dirt on you. And that's how they control you, with the dirt they have on you. And you want my personal opinion, I could be wrong, but in my personal opinion, I think Puff pissed somebody off. His handlers told him to do something, and to paraphrase Cat Williams, shout out to him, he told them no. He told his handlers no, and look what happened. But in order to see where this whole thing is going to go, you know, you got to stay abreast of the situation. Got to stay tuned. You got to stay tuned and see what's going on with one Mr. Sean John Combs, known professionally as P. Diddy. That being said, I am Elder Priest Sabal alum. I am God's made man. I am your host. This has been another edition of Friday Night Heat. And I want to say, Kwum Yashala. Kwum Yashala, strength and honor. Shalom. I'm out.